Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Marcus from Learning with Marcus, and today I'm going to be answering some of your questions from Instagram. So I posted this photo on my Instagram, and I asked you guys for some language-related questions. And you guys commented a few, so I'm going to answer some of them. The first question asks, how do you learn a second language? Basically what I do is in my courses that I'm studying with languages, I first listen to a lot of that language. And then I go to the first chapter and try to master pronunciation and my accent. And I also like to replace certain words that I see with that second language that I'm learning. You may not be able to have full-on conversations or be able to think in that language yet, but with replacing certain words that you do know in that language will help you to think in that language and to converse in that language when you continue your studies. The second question asks, what is your favorite language to speak? That's a tough one, but my favorite language to speak has to be Portuguese. Now it's very hard for me to say one, but the reason why I picked Portuguese is because it has a special place in my heart, because Portuguese was the first language I ever started to learn. And if it wasn't for Portuguese, I don't know if I would be so into languages as I am. But I also like to speak Indonesian, which is really fluent and you can speak it very fast. And also, I love speaking Mandarin because it's very difficult with all the tones, but it sounds pretty cool and very different from what I'm used to. The next question asks, which is the language that you've learned more easily? I would have to say Indonesian. Indonesian is very easy to learn, especially because it shares the same alphabet as English. So it is very easy to pick up on vocabulary. And also, at least for me, I have studied Malay before, so I have a little bit of an advantage because Indonesian and Malay are very closely related. Okay, so the next question asks, does the knowledge that you get from learning languages help you in everyday life? Absolutely. I'm one of Jehovah's Witnesses, and on Tuesdays and Sundays, I go to church, or we call it Kingdom Hall. And at my Kingdom Hall, I have many friends who speak Russian, Tagalog, ASL, Spanish, and other languages as well. And also my mother is a polyglot, so I can speak with her in different languages. Our main language is ASL, so it's really fun to communicate on a day-to-day basis. And also I have grandparents that are from Puerto Rico, so they are fluent in Spanish and it's easier for them to communicate in Spanish. So when I see them, I try to communicate in Spanish as best as I can. The next question asks, how long have you been learning different languages? For about 3 years now, and I'm super happy that I did start learning languages. But just 3.5 years ago, if you said that I was going to be learning as many languages as I am, I wouldn't believe you. And that's the thing, sometimes you don't believe in yourself to learn many languages or to go after what you want, but if you just apply yourself, you can do anything. I didn't think I was going to be able to learn almost a dozen languages at one time, but it happened. And I just apply myself with learning languages, and I don't put too much stress on myself where it's not a fun experience anymore. The final question that I'm going to answer, which is one of my favorite questions I got, was which languages are you planning to learn in the future? Because honestly, I would love to learn all the languages in the world, but that's probably impossible. But the few languages I would like to learn is Cantonese, Thai, Khmer, and Swahili. So I'm probably going to start the languages soon, but there are a few languages that I still am learning that I would like to get to a good fluency level before I start learning a few others. Okay, thank you guys so much for your questions. If you have any more questions, comment down below and hashtag AskLWM. Or go over to my Instagram and comment under my language Q&A photo. I'll keep that up, but as many questions as I can in the next Ask LWM. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'm Marcus, I'm Learning with Marcus.